Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Bhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Jana Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Jana. Master is addressing others. End is nearing. Though he is very young and is a magistrate, Sri Ramakrishna is foreseeing what is going to happen, and he has brought his friend who has lost his son to be consoled by Sri Ramakrishna. You are a deputy magistrate. Remember, you have obtained your position through grace of God. Do not forget him, but remember that all men must one day walk down the same path. The grief of parting, meeting, joining together, and again parting. His son is dead. We are all following one after the other the same path of birth and death cycle. We stay in this world only for a couple of days. Here in the footnote it has been stated, other son passed away 18 months after this conversation. Sri Ramakrishna is warning, suddenly we will not know the meaning or the words of the great ones, enlightened ones and all. When I was there in Chennai, a devotees group went to see Surji Maharaj in Belur Math. What was his name? Vinayakanandaji Maharaj. He was the vice president. A soul who had got the highest enlightenment. He was serving Brahmanandaji, a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Towards the end of his life, Brahmanandaji blesses him that you will be attaining Brahmajnana in this life. I had seen him in the training center, when I was in training center in Belur Math. Fully ripe old, sitting on a chair with tiger-like eyes that can penetrate into any soul and see, enlightened soul. And he had become quite old, extremely old. A group of devotees, particularly a particular woman, it was her guru. She was very much worried. Maharaj is going to has become already quite old. That lady was on the verge of her retirement. She was thinking, as soon as my retirement is over, first thing I'll do is to go to Belur Math and meet my Guru. He has become extremely old, whether I'll be able to see him again or not. Now and then Maharaj is falling sick, bedridden, and all that extreme old age. And this devotee went to meet. And then they met. Each few days she stayed in Belur Math, went to Jairambati, Kamarpukur, here, there, with a few others. And each time she would meet Maharaj and shed tears looking at him and bow down. And then the parting day came, she was unable to bear the grief. Then Maharaj asked, "Why are you weeping like this?" Then she came out with a heart. She was unable to bear. "I don't know whether I am going to meet you again or not. You have become so old. I don't get my, easily I cannot. It's far off. I am in Chennai, you are here in the Howrah, Calcutta, far off. I don't have anybody who can come with me now and then to go anywhere. I am as if I am alone. And some small responsibilities and duties I have to work out." Maharaj said, "Don't worry, we will meet in Sri Ramakrishna Loka." We belong to one platform, one end, one goal, one this one. And that person came back, she came back. And after returning, within 3 days, she passed away. After return. She was thinking, Maharaj will pass away. Because he has become old. She is still just retired from the office work. Quite young in that sense. He is in advanced old age. And how things happen. We don't see the death waiting at back. We'll be in the normal way of thinking, and this one is the person who becomes old is going to die earlier. It can be death can be of anyone. And a natural death she had. Just got up, had her tiffin, and then left the body without any pain or difficulty. But the Maharaj knew that yes, we may not meet again. When Maharaj telling, then also she did not know. Maharaj is saying actual, and she is imagining something. So when great people utter something, we will not understand the depth and meaning of it. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna telling this one. And within just 18 months, he passed away. Then Sri Ramakrishna is telling, we stay in this world only a couple of days. We come and go so fast. And the whole thing, unconditionally we must be able to give our life to God. As if I am breathing for your sake, I am doing all these duties of my life, running about and working for your sake. I have nothing to attain in this world. For your love, I want to please you. I am doing all this. You have kept me here, I am doing. You want me to serve this world, your children, I will serve. But I don't need anything except you. I want you. I have given myself. That unconditional giving and wholeheartedly giving without any reservations. I have not kept anything for myself. I am giving myself entirely to you, my life entirely to you. Means whatever I do, it must lead to, directly, it must lead to Sri Ramakrishna's existence. So that much of total acceptance. Most of the thing that the submission is not complete. I reserve something. I do certain things without his knowledge, and as if I am. This is just like in local. This one also. In social level also, we say public persons have no private life. If you want to serve the world, you cannot have private life. You have given yourself to the service of this society. The public people cannot have private life. Like that, you cannot do something for yourself. Everything you are given. So all that you do must lead you to God, must be a thing that releases you from all bonds and helps you to move towards God. So, we live here only for a few days. This world is a field of activity. Karma bhumi, this is a field of activity. We are born here to perform certain duties. We have certain duties to perform. People have their homes in country, but come to Calcutta to work. We have our home somewhere else. We have come to this world only for, as if we are going somewhere else to live, there for working. This is a kind of discipline to work, strive, and do all things. This is a kind of discipline, but one must finish it speedily, the purpose for which we have come, because we will not get time later on. We go on postponing. Yes, I can do leisurely. First I will settle down in my life first, then I will do the earnings, then I will look after this one, that one. The day to renounce will never come. To give myself to God will never come. Renouncing can be internal or both internal and external. Sannyasi's renunciation is different, and householder's renunciation, being in the household, doing householder renunciation is different. The renunciation is internalized in case of he is living just like a sannyasi within the household, nothing to possess as his, not even a thing, neither children or property or family or nothing. He is just there like a guest, but doing all things and attending to all things, just like he is worshipping a deity in the temple or somewhere, doing all things, but nothing to hold on to except God, no other supports of life also. So this is a kind of discipline, but one must finish it speedily. Both settling down in life, working, and whatever you have to do in the world, earning. Now dependents are there. You may have to earn and maintain them. All that you have to do early in your life, getting education, earning things, doing intense spiritual practices simultaneously. Afterwards we don't get time. And body and mind becomes, as days go, body and mind becomes weak, unless it is offered to God and for others. I see in our Ramakrishna tradition, the sadhus working till the last day of death. They are unable to walk sometimes, but small activities that they can do, they will be doing. When I was in training center in Belur Math, I was going for making pranams after the tiffin to the all shrines. Have tiffin quickly, Then we'll have, within 10 minutes, finish all the, early in the morning. We have the tiffin, the morning tiffin there at 6:30 early in the morning. So after that, just run to the shrines, bow down and go back. One old sadhu, he is not able to walk. Just half a kilometer, 500 meters to walk, he might be taking about 1 hour. Just 500 feet, 500 meters means very short distance. That 1 hour, he slowly will take one stick, and then from Arugya Bhavan he comes to the temple. While coming, he is not able to properly, the infirmity is there, old age infirmity, he cannot balance his body so easily. And then he is, with that stick, he is pulling the plants, flowering plants, holding with the other hand, here, there, balancing somehow and plucking flowers. I saw him at that old age. In this, suppose he falls down, what would be this state you see? Then I went and bowed down to him. Then I said, Maharaj, so many volunteers and so many brahmacharis are there. And there is no dearth of anything. Shrine is full of flowers all the time. Why are you plucking these few flowers? Let them do now. You have done whole life, you have done this work. From the day you entered the ashram till today you have been doing. Now it is time for you to retire. He looked at me and said, what are you telling? I am still alive. I am taking the food from the Thakur's hand. Thakur is feeding me. I am able to walk and I am alive. I am able to eat food. Should I not take few flowers for the shrine? Yeah. See, I am able to stand. I am able to, that much of few flowers I can go and give. That is the, what a spirit inside, doing for God. There, no dearth, question doesn't come. So many people are to do, the question doesn't come. Nothing to worry. That doesn't. What is my contribution? What I am going to give? The world, everything is there. World is not deprived of anything. God is looking after everything. Nature is looking out. I need not do anything. That question doesn't come. What is your contribution? How are you going to evolve? So, for my evolution, I alone have to strive. Nobody is going to strive for my sake. I have to do all things myself. So, you see, you have to finish everything early in your life. While melting gold, the goldsmith uses everything, bellows, the fan, and the pipe, so that he may have the hot fire he needs to melt the metal. After the melting is over, he relaxes and asks his attendant to prepare a smoke for him. All this time his face has been hot and perspiring, but now he can smoke. One must have stern determination. This is an important thing. What all means you can utilize. See that goldsmith melting, he is using the bellows with one hand, with another he is blowing, with another hand he is fanning. Everything he is doing, all the things together, whatever possible way. Bellows hand pain, then use the fan. With the other hand, hold the pipe and go on blowing through the mouth. and then see that gold melts. So utilize all the means, all the possibilities to fulfill the purpose for which you have come, what you have to do. And then one must have stern determination. Then alone is spiritual practice possible. One must make firm resolve. What kind of resolves? I have seen the monks' whole life in one pattern moving. The General Secretary Maharaj was there in Belur, Madhvanandaji Maharaj. And when he was a General Secretary, everyone used to wonder his timings, the timing that he is going to sit for meditation. He is a main person to look after the whole mutt and mission, all affairs, General Secretary. The spiritual world is looked after by the President, and whole management of the entire institution, hundreds of institutions under it, one person is managing. He will be sitting almost whole day in one chair, attending to all things. And that person, that Swami, 6 o'clock, seconds together, you see him closing the windows, sitting for meditation. So, amidst so many, even President of India comes or anybody comes, that is there. Please excuse me, my time is over. So that 6 o'clock, everybody used to set their watches, seeing the time with which he closes the windows and opens the windows. So everything, morning till night, just like a clock works, his routine also works. Food time. I saw many of the houses, householders' house, devotees' house. The exact 1 o'clock food means seconds together, as if in the mutt and all. One house I was there, uncle used to get down from the steps 1 o'clock for food. And 1 o'clock, exactly 1 o'clock, he is getting down the steps to come and sit on the dining table. So how much of perfection, how much of determination. We'll be talking interesting topic on spiritual matters. Night, it is 10:30. Just gets up. Excuse me, I am going for rest. How much of that whole attention, awareness, what to do at what time, the worship hours, office hours, everything like a clock it works. How much of determination is discipline. Disciplined life needs so much of perfection. Especially when we come to the temple, as far as possible, we are trying to maintain the temple timings, everything, especially main important thing is the services must go on in exact time. Morning Mangalarti at 5 o'clock. It must, by no means, it should be even seconds difference. That time will be, it is going to, even in Sandhyarti, worship, in all temples of Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission, you can see these timings being observed. Even lectures here, there, public, this, whether the guest comes or not, it is eminent. It will start in time. In our functions, bhajans and all on special occasions, 6:30 it begins. Like that, it must happen at that time. Puja also, we must be very particular, especially regarding the worship in the temple, that it happens at a particular time. When I was in Bangalore and all, 7:30 is morning temple worship we are going to begin. And many people, including Bhajnanaji Maharaj, was extremely particular that it begins at that moment. by chance I have forgotten a bell and I get up and go and come, he will see, why today, half a minute late the worship has begun. That much of perfection we need. Elderly Swamis used to say, remember, it's a public place where hundreds of people are going to get benefit. In your room, you may do a few minutes later, doesn't matter. You can be in your own bhava, but here discipline is more important than your conveniences and your bhavas and this one. And we used to observe that in spite of all our defects, and we used to see that discipline is maintained. And they used to say, God will be waiting at that time. See that you don't miss it. Shivanandaji Maharaj used to tell, sitting for meditation at a particular hour, God will be waiting. You put an animal food at a particular time every day, you will see that at that time that animal is there. Will not God be waiting? He used to see. So that much of dedication, that much of determination, there must be determination. Come what may, it may cost anything, doesn't matter. I have to be there and do that. In Chennai Mutt, Tapasyanandaji Maharaj was there. At exactly 9 seconds together, he'll be entering into his office. And he sees that every chair is there, person is there on the chair at that moment. 9 o'clock means 9 o'clock, everybody must be there in the chair. Office opens at 9 o'clock. Here, because we first self-control. Sanyama begins with discipline. It's for our evolution. Where are you going to exercise self-control? Where from are you going to begin? How to bring the mind under control. These things. And practicing small things like firmly sitting and not to divert attention. What we are doing to dedicate ourselves completely. All these are small discipline. I saw one Swamiji, even roughly he writes, it is neat and clean writing. Small, a pencil note somewhere you always to send to his, just you can scribble and send. No, it will be like printing letters. Oh, how much of trained mind, Small acts reflect perfection. So this is what God and the elders expect, and that is for this one. Use every type that is available to you to make. After melting is over, he relaxes and asks his attendant to prepare a smoke for him. All this time, his face has been hot and perspiring. Means we in the sadhana also, years after years, with one attention, not 1 or 2 days. It takes very often decades, and you have to finish. And with the same intensity, same your whole dedication, you have to work for years, and then you will get that peace. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.